Well, the doors are well and truly open now, and the exodus has begun. Fucking hell. News was broke tonight. Sorry about the shit, Leighton, but it's best to do here in the Greek apartment, still in Crete, and I'm not really wanting to come back. To be honest, I'm in no hurry to come back to Tyneside at the minute because the club is an absolute shit show. Not that it hasn't been for a while. But have we had a worse week than this in many years as a Newcastle fan? Obviously not since we got relegated at least. But even then, Rafa Stadium was starting to spend money on the likes of Dwight Gale, whereas now, just 3 years along the line, relegation again looks like an absolute certainty next year, really at this stage, because Rafa has now left, and following him is our top goal scorer from last season in Ayoze Perez, a lad that has divided opinion a lot between Newcastle fans, myself included. He's took a hammer on this channel many times, especially until around January this year, and he only does start seeming to play football in the last stages of the season. Maybe when it starts getting a bit sunnier, representing his home country in Spain, he starts to turn up a little bit, starts to feel a bit more at home. Well, apparently he was going to go to Spain this summer. Valencia was the name the other week. Even Real Madrid, many teams you thought, fair enough, he had the crack at the whip when he was younger in La Liga, and he's going to go back home and prove a point and kick on and start moving his career forward and get into that Spain team. But last I checked, I don't think Leicester was anywhere near Barcelona, but that's where he's off. Ayoze Perez to Leicester City for £30 million. And just quickly getting back to it there about how shit it is being a Newcastle fan at the minute. Not only did the manager that all the fans loved, the players loved, and the city loved has left, now the door is well and truly open for the players to follow suit, and it was always going to be young Ayoze Perez. We always joke on this channel that Rafa was picking him because it was his long lost son. Well, he showed faith in him and it paid off in the end, because obviously he produced the goods many times. Really, he scored some huge goals for Newcastle. Obviously just last year, away at Leicester when he lost Schmeichel, and Leicester again just gone, so you can see why Leicester won him. He turned up a lot of the King Power, and if he plays out week in, week out, 30 million will be a very good signing. But he scored some crucial goals for Newcastle towards the end of the season for a couple of seasons in a row. Really, a very important figure in keeping Newcastle in the Premier League in the last couple of relegation fights we've had. He turned up in a lot of big games. He was very much a natural finisher for me. I thought he'd been played out of position a lot, but when he was given a chance, and he used to love scoring them little snapshots, the flicked headers, the back heelers, things like that. He was an instinctive goal scorer, and I think in the right team he could really flourish. And Leicester could be a very smart move, because those are a team that play quick attacking football, use the width and get crosses into the box and through balls to the likes of Jamie Vardy. And if Ayoze's feeding off them, I think he could really grab himself a few goals. I mean, it's a shame, no disrespect to Leicester. I'm good mates with Lee Chappie, aka Jamie Vardy's twin, and the true fox, another young Leicester YouTuber. And they're a good club, but at the end of the day, they're not miles away from Newcastle, are they? Really, obviously they won the Premier League, won the million the other year, but you'd class Newcastle and Leicester as mid-table teams, really, wouldn't you? You think you'd at least go to a Europa League side. I mean, even the Wolves, now that they're in Europe, or someone who's regularly top 7, top 8, like an Everton, maybe even a West Ham. He's had links with Tottenham Hotspur many a times, so from to go to Leicester is a bit strange. I honestly thought, I said he would leave this summer. I did. You could see it. He had little remarks about, I've been here 5 years, it could be time to go, blah blah blah. I thought he would go to La Liga, and when the Valencia thing broke and the bid was imminent, there was rumoured 20 million bid last week, I thought, he's definitely going to go there. Especially since Rafa left, you just thought it made sense for him to leave. Spanish contingent just slowly fucking walking out the door, and I think there'll be Shaw Longstaff next, and then I think there'll be Fabian Shaw. Rumours he's going to go to Tottenham. Since Toby Alderweireld's got a 25 million release clause, I could see Shaw going. Honestly, it's just every day I fucking wake up here. Obviously, I'm out of the know a little bit. Thankfully, we obviously got social media in this day and age. But every day I wake up and then I check Twitter, and it's now but fucking negativity. It's now but an absolute kick in the balls. I just think I may as well fucking lose my phone or cut off my 4G or something instead of fucking ruining my holiday. And it puts a fucking downer on me day every fucking time I check Twitter, yeah. It's just, where do we go from here, man? Everyone's saying the takeover is definitely not happening now, and if he's allowed to sell the best assets of surely the Binzai group or whatever fucking group's going to come in, they would want to keep the top goal scorer. You'd want to keep the best players. Or do we need Perez? We've got Griezmann coming in. You don't need Ayoze, do you? When you've got Mbappe and Griezmann, I can't even joke about it anymore. I can't. There's no past that point. Is that I've always been positive. I've always said the takeover was going to happen, and I slightly still do believe it. I just think it's just written. It's just the right time. But after the week we've had, Rafa leaving, you can understand that big money move from China. Maybe the owners did want the Roman, but now when surely the owners are looking at that and thinking, well, no, I didn't sell the best players. Even if you were going to come in and spend loads of money, you'd still have Ayoze there as a squad player, wouldn't you? You'd still have him on the bench. Unless it's another case of Ayoze wanting to move regardless of a takeover, but surely not Leicester. It's a weird one. Or is it that Ashley's getting all the cash he can now before we sell? There's that side of the coin, he's pocketing 30 million. Right, I'll take the 300 million off them, I'll take 30 million off Perez, I'll take 30 million off Longstaff, and then I'll go. And people are saying, is it that to lower the value of the club, Ashley's taking more money, so he'll accept less than 300 million. Or 350 million, whatever it is, if he then recoups some more money in player sales. But then there's Lee Ryder, chief writer for the Chronicle, coming out and saying that that 30 million is all going to be invested back into the transfer kitty. What's a transfer kitty? When the fuck have Newcastle had a transfer kitty for the past 12 years? Steve McLaren got 80 million and fucked it up the while. Is that why we haven't got one? No, it's because Ashley's tight. And what makes you think he's going to spend 30 million now? The sensible, realistic thing to do would be to use some of that 30 million, half of it, 16 million, into Salomon Rondon and get him in. That would be a bit of good news. That would cheer up the fans a little bit. But we all know that's not going to fucking happen, because one, he doesn't spend money, and two, he deems Rondon being too old because he's over the value of what we have as a transfer policy of don't sign anyone over 28, which is a fucking joke. The best thing to do would be buy Rondon 60 million, use the remaining 15 million to invest in another young player. Perez only cost 1.7 million. Ashley sold him for 5 years later for 30 million. Straight in his back pocket. Can you see why he doesn't want to sell the club? Can you see why the fat cunt will never leave? Because it's the fucking easiest money-making machine ever. He's fucking businessman of the year. We all know, obviously, with sports, I read plastered over right now. It's constantly making money. He's constantly taking the piss. It's so easy for him. Why would he leave when it's a constant cash flow like that? He's never going to get a better fucking profit margin, a better business than that. It's guaranteed money. That's why you just can't believe it. You can't ever see him leaving. He's just ruining Newcastle United. He's ruining this club, and you see all these tweets of people not renewing season tickets and that, who've been going for 25, 50, 75 years. It's just heartbreaking, man, what he's doing to this club and how much he's running into the ground, and he's killing it. He's killing football for everyone. He's killing football for the loyal die-hard fans, for the traditional fans, for the old school fans. We all know football this day and age is a business, the insane global TV money that the Premier League generates, but for the lack of investment and the lack of ambition shown now, particularly at Newcastle United, it's just disgusting. It's just so disheartening. It does really put you off. It really puts me off football. It really puts me off Newcastle United, and I didn't want to do this channel when it's going to be depressing. Do you know what I mean? Our best times doing this channel has been the wins over Man City, the wins over Man United, Leicester away, and signing Almiron, and not just from a personal point of view, but also for the channel as well. Like the best views, people have said Arsenal FanTV, they get the money off the losses and the views off the losses. It hasn't really been a case for us, to be fair. We've done better when we've won, and bollocks to the channel and bollocks to views. The reason I started this is because I'm a fucking Newcastle fan. I want to see the club do well. I'm sure the club would do better, I would do better, the channel would do better, fans would do better if we were doing the best we possibly could, if we were Champions League, because then we would reach a bigger audience. Like Almiron saying, we had people from South America commenting on the videos and all that, but none of that fucking shit really matters. Really, at the end of the day, as a Newcastle fan for the past 25 years, I want to see we win, I want to see we do well. I want to sit here and fucking complain about Mike Ashley, and complain about losing my best players, and complaining about losing my manager, and complaining about not spending any money, and complaining about being in a fucking relegation battle every single bastard year. And that's the way it's going to be again next year. $30 million would be a good sale for Perez, it really would. It makes sense if the player wants to move on. It's a very good price. I'd say he'd probably be worth about 20 million in this day and age. Fair enough, 30 million. It's not massive money, is it? But I think it's a bit more than what I'd say 20, 25. 30 million for Ayoze Perez is a very good sale, but it only makes it a good sale if it's reinvested. If he's replaced, which he won't be, or he will be by a free agent or someone on loan last minute, deadline day, some shit like that. That's the worst crack of it all. I mean, I need some fucking better news here. Like, it's pretty depressing being a Newcastle fan at the minute. Like, fucking shit. Let us know what you think about Perez leaving. Like, are you bothered? Is it the right sale? Is it the right price? Will we reinvest it? Is that the takeover dead? Anything else? Drop in the comments below. And I can't say enjoy yourself. I don't think I'll be able to say that all summer. I might actually still, yeah. Take care, everyone. Cheers for watching.